Welcome back to Our Mindful Process. My name is Craig. We will continue reading from Maintain, the second book in the series, A Human's Guide to Inner Compassion. Copyright 2025 by Craig A. Burns. These daily readings are offered as a part of the Our Mindful Process practice. Today is April the 13th. How can the underlying goodness of our true nature of being described without form, without words? This is why we sit quietly to experience this wisdom. Meditation is the perfect greenhouse for nurturing the seeds of our basic character. The good baker always keeps a supply of starter dough to make his next batch of nourishing bread. We have this starter in us already, just waiting to be uncovered in the stillness of simply being there with ourselves. Our ego covers wisdom with an armored, closed-down heart, and the only way to reverse this process is to be more conscious of opening up through action. Each day, we have the option to add a new dimension of consciousness and to observe the progress we have already made by working on that which comes to our path. What a beautiful day it is today. I decide to work outdoors. I'm working on expanding ideas about the essence of being and exploring a new way to be useful to myself and others in the long term. There are so many sounds outside right now. It is time to see how my thoughts are prompted by sounds, a new dimension to my meditation practice and teaching. Whether conversations in Spanish or urban float through the air, I concentrate on my breath as I type on my laptop. I hear someone yell, a basketball slaps the pavement. I find the squawking of a mockingbird easier to accommodate into my writing practice. Eventually, sounds do press my emotions to create random thoughts that arise spontaneously. Yet, all I have to do is practice letting go of the clamor and the internal messages by saying, peace. I already have a firm foundation in observing and letting go of the internal conversation my mind creates, so adding sound to the discipline is the next step to take. With these two distractions, sound and thought, I lose track of my writing. This loss of time reminds me of other losses in my life. I remember a time when I was truly alone. I didn't cultivate friendships, so I was alone much of the time. And I made decisions alone, ate alone, lived alone. Being honest with myself today, I am able to watch that sadness more closely, removing all the labels and blame. In my meditation, moving from sadness to acceptance is a continuing process. And I still spend a lot of time alone. Why do I get stuck this way? The answer seems to me that the spiritual ground of my existence is still being plowed to prepare for the grain of acceptance to be planted and sprout. Loss happens to everyone. Accessing my spirit means resting in a tranquil space and in rough waters evenly. Look at what can happen when we add a new dimension to our meditation practice. The outdoor sounds brought me to this moment of quiet reflection. I can soothe my inner self by remembering that today I am no longer alone. I reach out to others more and ask for help. Becoming a part of the whole in all areas of my life has forced me to face the fact that my isolation is really a fear of rejection. Society doesn't teach us to cultivate our minds in this way. Spiritual care comes from within a silent space, and it will extend as far as I can allow the penetration of my heart. I have to ask myself, what am I worth today? Practice adding a dimension to your meditation practice. Sound, smell, or touch. What happens? Write about that in your journal. As always, we appreciate you coming to practice with us. If you're interested in purchasing our book series, you can go to ourmindfulprocess.com. We also carry vinyl and embroidered t-shirts to support the marketing of our brand. If you're following us on our TikTok or YouTube channels, please feel free to like us and subscribe. And then share this with someone else. Mindfulness is a process that can change our lives. It is always my pleasure to be of service to my community. Thank you. As a side note, if you're not sure of the process to practice, please go to January 1st on our channel and look at the first video on how the process of mindfulness works. From there, read the reading for the day. For the first 35 days, it is on the instruction of mindfulness itself. And number 2, sit with this process in meditation, starting with 5 minutes and moving up to 40 minutes over 35 days, adding 1 minute a day. It's that simple. Number 3, at some point in time, please feel free to journal about your experience of the reading and the practice for that day. Have a mindful day, folks.